Chinese tech giant Huawei has lashed out at the Trump administration after it announced a trade ban on the company. The U.S. government had issued an order last week requiring government permission for sale of U.S. technology to Huawei. Now, the U.S. Commerce Department has created a temporary general license for Huawei to continue manning existing networks and providing software updates to Huawei handsets for a period of 90 days. But Huawei is not impressed and has warned other tech firms, saying that this could happen to any other company as well.
Among us who cherish the rule of law should be worried. You believe in the free market, in the respect of mutually agreed rules, and the principle of non-discrimination. Should you be alarmed with the behavior of the U.S. administration against Huawei?
After being barred by Google, Huawei's founder Ren Zhengfei has said that the company was discussing with Google how to deal with the U.S. ban. Yesterday, Google had barred Huawei from some updates to the Android operating system. New designs of Huawei smartphones are set to lose access to some Google apps. On a contradictory note, Chinese tech giant has launched its new handset model in UK on a 20 series. This had unveiled of the same product in the domestic market in Shanghai on May 31st. US stocks also opened higher, with the Dow rising more than 100 points on Tuesday. Meanwhile, in the United States, presidential hopeful Kamala Harris is making headlines for all the right reasons. She wants to find companies that pay men more than women. When it comes to gender equality in pay, the United States is at best a middle-of-the-road phenomenon. Kamala Harris wants to change that statistic, and she means business. Here's more on the story.
The United States, land of opportunity, the home of democracy, the paragon of equality, promising justice and liberty to all. But also, according to the US Census Bureau data of 2017, its women earn significantly lesser than its men for the same work. It gets worse if you're black or Hispanic. US presidential hopeful Kamala Harris wants to plug that gap, and she has a plan. Announcing her intentions at striking down the disparity at a rally in Los Angeles, Harris said, and I quote, "In America today, women for the same work, for the equal work, on average make 80 cents on the dollar. Black women make 61 cents on the dollar. Latinas make 53 cents on the dollar. And this has got to end. And it's an outrage. So tomorrow, I'm going to announce the first ever national priority on closing that pay gap." According to the World Economic Forum's 2018 Global Gender Gap Report, the United States ranks 51st out of 149 countries. The index looked at factors ranging from economic participation and opportunity to political empowerment. The US is a long way off from the top. For now, it is Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland and Nicaragua who are the world's least unequal in terms of equality of pay. India ranks 108th in this list. However, no country has achieved complete parity. In fact, according to the WEF, the global gender gap score stands at 68%, which means there is globally still a 32% gap to close. When it comes to countries with the worst gender disparity in pay, war-torn Yemen and Syria make the list, as do Iraq and Chad. Pakistan stands woefully as the second worst country when it comes to inequality in pay based on gender. Harris is aiming to strike at the root of the problem by putting the onus on employers to provide gender equality, not employees. The proposal will require corporations to obtain an equal pay certification to prove they don't pay women lesser than men for the same work. Gaps will only be justified based on merit, performance or seniority and not gender. Additionally, Harris proposes a 1% fine on daily profits for the fiscal year for every 1% gender-based gap for equal work. It's a bold move, but not entirely new. Other countries have also instituted laws to lessen, if not eliminate, the gender pay gap. These include Belgium, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. For Harris, the challenge will be in selling her proposal to her colleagues and the business community alike. She might ride over the resistance from the Congress with an executive action, but forcing big business to sign on might dilute the impact of her signature stance. She has a fight on her hands. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.